Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shah, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shah, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shah. Now, when it comes to the Most High Yahawah, He is in control of everything. It's nothing He's not in control of, and no one He's not in control of. So, from the bottom man to the top man, to the bad man to the good man, to the wise man to the foolish man, to the righteous man to the wicked man, He is the puppet master. He is in control of all things. Now let's go to the scriptures and see how this is stated over and over again. Job 12:16, it tells you, with Him is strength and wisdom, and the deceived and the deceiver are His. You see, the deceived and the deceiver are His. He is in control of these things. We go to Proverbs. Proverbs, verse 1, it tells you, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight. So He keeps things in balance, good and bad. He's not unbalanced where He would do something different, or only be one-sided on a situation. He's on both sides, and He's balanced. Now, this is the man at the top of the totem pole. The king's heart, that means the king's mind, is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever He will. So the king's mind, the Most High, He uses the king's mind like a puppet master. And wherever He want to take the king, He take the king that direction. However He want the king to move, that's how that king gonna move. Because the Most High, Yahawah, is in control of all things. You see? So, when you understand this, all those keeping God's commandments have a good understanding of these things. Those who fear Yahawah, Bashem Yahawah Shah, they have wisdom because they trust in the Lord and trust in His word. And His word tells us clearly that He is in control of all things and all people. Even the king's mind, He's in control of. Now let's go back to Proverbs, because he makes another statement that's talking about the average Joe, not just the king, the average man. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Let's read that again. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? You see? So people think they in control and they doing this and they doing that. But a man's goings is of the Lord. You're not in control. You're not doing nothing. You think you doing something, but you ain't nobody and you ain't doing nothing. The Most High is in control. You can't tell somebody what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen the next day. The Most High is in control of these things. He the one can tell people these things. Now when you look at Amos 3 and 6, It just keep repeating itself over and over. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? You see, that's a sarcastic question. Shall some evil stuff go on around here and the Lord ain't did it? You mean to tell me some evil stuff went on in the city, and you mean to tell me that the Lord didn't do it? Nah, ain't nowhere in the world. He had to do it. You see, that's the kind of question he telling you. And he said he only gonna reveal his secrets to the prophets. The prophets are the voice of the Lord. You see, because he give the prophets a spirit on them to speak prophecy and believe in the prophecy. You see, to a point where we go into these scriptures and we tell you that the Most High is in control of everything. You see, what you see coming and what you see happening, that is Yahawah B'Hashem Yahweh Shah in control and in action. You see, he's doing all of these things. It ain't nothing happening by accident. Now, we got a whole nother one. Take you to Daniel 4:17. He said, this matter is by the decreeing of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth. He controls controls everything in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whosoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. You see, the Most High is in control. He's put the king on the throne. He the one ruling and controlling things in the kingdom of men. It ain't a Mama Luke man that's sitting around saying, oh, I want to do this. Let me see what I'm going to do. No, that's not what's going on. It's the Most High that is in control of these things, and he is the puppet master. You see, people think they can make plans without the Most High. They think they can live their life without the Most High. And he giving them, if he give you a decision or a so-called choice that you gonna live or you gonna die, that's one thing. But whatever one you make, you gonna pretty much seal your fate. And even with that choice, in my humble opinion, that choice is just what it is. It's just a choice. But from that point on, and the choice, see, you can't make the choice one day. Oh, this Thursday I'll make the choice. No, this choice is a lifestyle that you finna live, and then he give his people, the Israelites, a chance to repent from that choice, whatever choice they make. And that's why he have a remnant of Israelites that's gonna repent from the choice, because all of the elect have chosen death. Every last one of them chose it. But they gonna repent. That's why they're elected. He know that these elected ones is gonna repent. Now, it might be a few of them that was born into knowing that they was an Israelite and raised under the laws. But majority of them elect probably didn't know they were no Israelite, and probably was at the Christianity churches learning what the slave master had told them and believing in the so-called white man and his philosophies. Because that's the condition of the elect right here in Babylon the Great, or throughout the empire of Babylon the Great in these other countries. You see, So he is in control. He is thoroughly in control. And the ones that he elected, he's helping them and helping them do what they need to do. So he is in total control. Nobody around him in control doing anything outside of his will and what he want them to do. They ain't figured nothing new out and figured out something that he don't know nothing about, and they doing their own thing. You know, they done found out some old amazing operation. He is the puppet master. Now let's get this wicked, because that's to let you know also what's going on. See, even the wicked, and that's what these dumb Christians, they don't know what the world going on, man. They thinking that these dragons got some power when they don't got no power. They don't got not 1 inch of power. Proverbs 16 verse 4, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. You see, the Lord have made all things for himself. He's not around here making some stuff and the stuff doing his own thing. It is not going down like that. You see, it's not going down like that. And then when you go down to verse 7 and say, when a man ways please the Lord, he maketh his enemies to be at peace with him. You see, he controls your enemies. He controlling people. And that takes us to Psalm. Because even the enemies and the wicked, he made for a specific reason. You see, they just not popping up doing whatever they want to do. He made these individuals to do what he wanted them to do. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You see, the wicked is the sword of the Lord. He uses the wicked to punish people. He uses these individuals to punish people. You see, this is not something that he ain't he operating and ain't in control of. They coming against my people. No, the people was wicked, and he brought the people to his people. Ain't no nation gonna come against his people, and he got to he got to try to help his people because he can't control these other nations. No, his people was being wicked, and he put his people in the hands of these individuals, and that's what he got many examples, and that's what Judges. Let's get this. Where we at? 13. Judges 2:11. They say the children of Israel did evil. You see, that's when he move into action. The children of Israel, when they do evil in the sight of the Lord, and they serve some other funky god, Balaam, or whatever his name was. They was doing wicked and serving other gods. And what did God do when they start being wicked and serving other gods? Verse 14, it'll tell you. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hand of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies. Who did it? Was it the enemy just coming against Israel? Oh, them God's people, we don't like them, let's go attack them. No, they was doing evil, wanting to hang out with these other nations and serve their God, and God got angry and threw they behind into slavery. That's why we in Babylon the Great right now. Because the puppet master, he ain't gonna allow you to do whatever you want to do. You got to do what he say do. And if you end up not doing it, it's gonna be a punishment. But when you look at it and you step back from the simpleness, see, that's why he said Israel is simple. Because see, we get simple and we get bugged out over small stuff. When it's a simple situation, the Lord is the puppet master. He controlling all things. You see, he doing things for purpose. And that's why he told Jeremiah this. Let's go to this Jeremiah right quick. I'm going to end on that. He told Jeremiah something specifically. And it was dealing with what he told Solomon in Proverbs. If you don't discipline your son, you hate him. You see, you hate your son if you spat a rod. And he said, the children that he don't discipline, he don't care nothing about them. In Hebrew, he tell you that in Hebrew. The son that he chastened is the one that he loved. You see. Now what he told Jeremiah in chapter 46 of Jeremiah, he was letting them know how he was gonna deal with them. Now I'm thinking it's 46, it might be 25. Let's go to 30. I know 30 got it. Jeremiah 30. Because he reiterated this to Jacob and to the Israelites. That here it is in 11. He say, Jeremiah 30 verse 11, he say, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all the nations where I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. You see, he gonna punish Israel, and he gonna correct them. And that's what the remnant is all about. It's a correction and a discipline and a education period for Israel. It's edifying Israel. It's a point of edification. When you correct somebody, you trying to edify them. You ain't got to beat them all the time to correct somebody. You can correct somebody verbally, but it's still a point of edification. So that's what he's doing. He's doing things for a purpose, and he's in control of all things. And it's really only for Israel to understand he is in control of everything, the good and the bad, and he only sending us through some of the bad because he's doing it to correct us and to discipline us and to give us understanding of how things are supposed to go. But at the end of the day, everything going on like with this coronavirus and World War III and Armageddon, everything is in control. Everything's under the control of the puppet master, YAHAWAH YAHAWAH. He is in control of all things, the good and the bad, the bad man, the good man, the wise man and the foolish man. He is in control. All praise to YAHAWAH YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to these elect worldwide. Death to America. Death to these red dragons. Shalom.